Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Catholic Man. My name's Sean. I'm so glad you guys could be here with me on this episode. I've tried a slightly different setting. I'm outside, so we'll have to make sure this works okay. But once again, thank y'all for coming. Today we're just going to kick straight off and get back into it. And what I want to talk today, is part of being that charismatic Catholic, which is what we've talked about a couple of times before. But it's about, if you're going to talk the talk, you've got to walk the walk. So what I'm going to do this time is slightly different. I'm going to start off with a scripture that kind of leads into what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, the scripture is going to be 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 10 and 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 10 and 11. And as normal, I'm going to read from the New American Bible, the St. Joseph's edition. This is the one we use in all our episodes so far. So let me kick off by reading this. For someone will say, his letters are severe and forceful, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible. Such a person must understand that what we are in word, through letters when absent, that we are in action when present. Let me read that again. For someone will say, his letters are severe and forceful, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible. Such a person must understand that what we are in word, through letters when absent, that we also are in action when present. So, Corinthians was written by St. Paul to Corinth, and he was actually under accusation that he was weak, and this was part of his letter to address that what he was in his letters and what in his words, that he must be in his actions. So, but that can be obviously molded into what we are today. And as I said earlier, if you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. And what I'm saying is, if we need to be a spiritual leader of our family, if we need to get our kids and our family and our friends and our neighbors into heaven, then you can't do it by just sitting back and telling people what to do. You have to lead by example. So when you say to your kids, hey kids, it's time to pray, or hey kids, you need to go to church, well, you need to be the one in front of them saying, let's go. Picking up the Bible, saying, let's read the Bible today. Let's go to church today, but you have to go. You can't expect the kids to do it without you. And that goes in all walks of life. If you want to stay at home, drink lots of beer and be a slob, then that's the example you're going to set for your kids. Your kids are going to stay at home, drink lots of beer and be slobs. And then you're going to get upset that they're not achieving anything. Well, I wonder why that is. You are their example. Unfortunately, kids do look at us and they use us as an example. They use us as their guide for life. If that's what Dad did, it must be what I should do. So, let's circle back. If there is no harsh words, if you don't use harsh words, or you do use harsh words but you don't follow through with action, then you will be contemptible. People will have disdain towards you, but the kids are going to emulate what you do. So ask yourself, what are the things you're telling your kids to do? What are the things you're saying you must do this? But what are the things that you're saying that and not showing them how to do it? And that doesn't only have to be church. But if you want to be the spiritual leader of your family, then stop standing back and expecting somebody else to take the lead. The TV is not a leader. Your neighbor is not the leader. You need to be the leader. So, I know that's kind of a little harsh, but I was being pulled to tell you that. So today's reading was from 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 10 and 11. Look it up. If you've got any comments, any thoughts on that, comment below, hit subscribe, do whatever you got to do. But do this. Go and hug your kids, hug your family, give them all a kiss, but lead them. Be a leader. And we'll see you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.